New Mexico fashion designer Patricia was very close to winning $100,000, a Lexus, and a fashion spread. Instead, she took second place Thursday night in the season finale of Project Runway. Michaels is the first Native American to land a spot on the show. Out of 16 contestants, it was down to just 3. She took runner-up. In a Facebook message, Michaels said, "This is only the beginning of things yet to come. I have so much more that I'm currently working on."
But no
There's no cows back there.
No. There's no cows.
Nope.
As being a Native American woman who goes out into the world and then still participating at ceremonies, the young ladies seeing that I do nurture this man, they're like, wow. It's like, well, wow, isn't that fucking attractive to you?
By the way,
This is definitely something that I've had to fight for because I wanted Adobe. I was raised in Adobe. Adobe gives me a sense of comfort and security. There's a smell that comes from the earth, which is our dirt, our mud, straw, and then the vigas from the mountains. So there isn't anything about this home other than electricity and running water that isn't going to be natural to Taos Pueblo. They said, oh, well, you should do frame. It'd be faster and cheaper right away. And I was like, no, I didn't work this hard then to have faster and cheaper because that would just kind of connotate then to my sex life. It's not faster and cheaper either. You have to carry your truth in what you do through and through. And my clothing isn't fast, cheap clothing. It has meaning. It takes time. There's a lot of attention to detail. Hello?
Patricia.
Yes. Hey, how are you doing? I am at a deadline for, I've got to make a garment, a dress for the Golden Globes, so I'm freaking out. I haven't got a lot to do. I don't see it any other way. If I'm sitting in walls that is cheap, then it's going to be a lie and it's going to lower my sensibilities of creativity because when I am visioning, looking out a certain window, it's going to be my inspiration. It's going to be naturally who I am. And there's room to build onto it. There's the capability of having my parents with me.
They make me sick. Punching them in the butt. Patricia was always the independent. And she was very funny.
I want the bubble gum, do ya?
Project Runway I think it was too commercial. The judges are too straight and cold. I didn't like their attitude.
And then eventually fix up that whole coat
corral.
so that James can do his fancy horseback riding.
Yep. It's gonna be fancy.
Cowboys and Indians.
I'll be the Indian.
There's a lot of cowboys past that fence.
I'll be the Indian. He can be the cowboy. He used to farm the land when he was a child.
I want to start a horseback ride. I want to do a pheasant farm. Just go organic all the way through. But most of all, horses. Because that's my passion is horses.
And there'll be the capability of having my children with me and James's children and his grandchildren.
Margot, where's Margot?
Netherlands.
Oh.
Doing facial recognition technology.
Oh.
So she'd be like, so whatever, you guys just don't understand. She's so wild. She's got it going on, She's like mastermind of both. Something tangible and something way out there. Like she said, she goes, my artwork's going to be bigger than you, Dad's, and Gabriel's. And I'm the only functional one in the family. And I said, that's...
Well, she has her work cut out for her.
I know! My son's in Tennessee acting like a rock star. My son's gonna come over here and rest and sleep and be treated like a baby.
Oh my God, no! Let's go to Ginger later.
No, we're going.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it's too bad.
I love Ginger.
So the finale piece for the postponed Paris show is going to the film that Gabe and Robert are doing, dedicated to the Highway of Tears, because then it'll go international that this is for real. What happens to these women? Why doesn't anybody care? So there's this stretch of highway where these women, you know, they're in a rural, impoverished area and they go missing. And they know how dangerous it is, but their means of survival is through walking. And they go missing by the thousands. And nobody seems to care. There's no major investigation going on about it. Our world is fighting because it's been so male dominated that women can't give that nurturing back into society. And I feel that it's so important to give that nurturing feeling back into society, and that women can be that tool to actually love again and not always have to be so competitive. That's what I say in my clothing too. If we don't have that female soft energy that is the nurturing soul, that, you know, everything is going to hell in a handbasket. It's going too fast. And it's important that we allow those things to naturally flow back into moving forward. Because if we don't give that, then, you know, why do I pray? Why do I give homage to Mother Earth? She's the nurturing soul. And just as women, we're supposed to be that nurturing soul. And so if I don't respect James and everything that he's doing to work so hard to do this, then, you know, we're missing the boat. Why does it have to be so harsh?